what has been your most successful failure? And by that, I mean, at the time, it seemed like a devastating loss that you weren't going to be able to recover from. But were you able to take life lessons from that that propelled you to greater success down the road?
Jim, I think just leaving a job with 19 years and opening a business, it's probably one of the greatest things and one of the craziest things I've ever done at the same time. And man, I've been in sessions here where at the end of the session, I start laughing. And the clients are like, why are you laughing? I'm like, that workout was a failure. And they're like, they didn't know the difference. Mm-hmm. But it's just what I missed being out from COVID. Every day in here, I get to learn. It just feeds my thirst, and I get to learn every day, and I love it. And I missed that part of it. So I had to seek other ways to get that same energy. And so I think opening the business was, there was a lot of failures in the beginning, lots. Even from the group warm up to everything, even though I had everything down and in place, I had not done it with the bodies. I did some of it with one-on-ones, and I used my one-on-ones at the other location to help set up a lot of my systems. But there's nothing like doing it live. There's nothing like doing it real, and I had to learn a lot, and I'm still learning every day. And I'm way more comfortable with failing, which sounds weird because I'm way more comfortable with failing. I can fail and just be like, all right, man, okay, I got to go to the next. I'm okay with it now. I'm totally cool with failing over and over and over again. And I've never been like that.
Yeah.
Never. I don't like to lose sporting games, board games. I don't like losing in anything. Well, you take a lot of losses when you become home, and that's just part of the process.
Every day.
Yep.
Every day.
Yep.
And just to illustrate for the listeners why that was so scary for you to leave the job of 19 years, and I left there after 22 years, is because it was pretty good, right? You made six figures. Yep. You had 401k, you had paid time off. Yep. You didn't really have to work to get clients. Client retention, the facility was amazing. Yep. It was a good life. It was a good life. But to leave that for the uncertainty of opening your own business, sometimes you like saying, am I crazy?
Yeah, I've said it after a workout. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. My client's like, what? I'm like, oh, never mind. I've done that like several times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking out loud, like, oh, never mind. Just kidding. Doing the warm up. I'm looking at the people doing the group warm up. I'm doing it with them, and I'm like, oh my God, I left my job. It started hitting me,
Yeah.
But it's for those who want to do it or thinking about doing it. The cool thing about these lives we live, you don't have to be tied to who you've been. You can change who you are at any time and become something totally different. I've never been a public speaker or, I spoke to like 10 different companies last year. I've never done that. I never even dreamed of doing that. But I was very unfulfilled, even though we had all those great benefits. Mm-hmm. I was unfulfilled, and I felt like I wanted to help more than 45 people that I've been working with. And as much as I love those 45 people, love them to death, still keep in touch with a ton of them. Some of them weren't, there for that same journey I was on. They got the money, they can afford it. It's just part of their routine. And I just wanted something greater, and I wanted to do something greater. And I didn't want to be limited. I can do anything now. I can train a kid on the track. I can go speak to a company. I can write a book. I can do Zoom interviews like you're doing, which I've been doing. you know, there's no limit, and if you're not tied to who you've been and you want to make a change in your life, I say go for it, but go for it in a relentless, aggressive fashion. Know that you're going to take some bumps, but at the end of the road, it's worth it. It's totally worth it.